Welcome back to the DSR channel. Week 7 is the very last day. And I know I said I was going to do a video on Dark Sun, but I just ran out of time. I was doing stuff with our rescue, helping do a dog intro. And so I'm wearing a shirt for it too. This is our dog rescue, actually my wife's dog rescue. I'm just a supporter called Mini Paws. And so I'll do a shorter video on weapon tactics, which is a great idea that I got from Red Slacker 7 on using poison with the Graze weapon mastery, which is a fantastic idea. And by the way, 300 subscribers as of now. This is what my goal was after you blew through the first goal. Awesome, and this is the last day of week 7, so we did it. Thank you all so much. Appreciate your support. Amazing. Okay, first up, the Graze mastery is interesting because the way it works is if you miss, then you can still deal damage equal to your ability modifier. And I've been looking for ways to add damage to this, or any kind of synergy with it, really. And I'd only had a few ideas, and then Red Slacker came up with this idea about poison, which I hadn't considered before. So I double checked it. Yes, it works with poison, right? So basic poison says when a creature takes piercing or slashing damage from the poisoned weapon, it applies. And yes, you took damage from the poisoned weapon. Now, the Graze doesn't count as a hit, so things that trigger on hit aren't going to work, but anything that triggers on damage is going to work. So there you go. You can poison the weapon, use Graze, and when you hit them, when you deal damage with Graze, still triggers. So they're a little bit extra damage, and they buffed basic poison, right? They took away that Constitution saving throw, which was annoying to begin with, and frankly, 1d4 poison damage didn't need a saving throw. So 1d4 poison damage every time you hit for 1 minute. That's actually some pretty interesting synergy. And put this on a glaive, so you got ranged attacks, or reach attacks with it. Pretty cool. The Poisoner Feat also triggers when a creature takes damage from the poisoned item, not on hit. So this is going to work with a Poisoner Feat, which is even, which you'd want anyway to use the basic poison so that you can apply your poisons as a bonus action. So, round 1, put some poisons on, put one of these poisons on. Round 2, put more poison on, and off you go. Okay. Here are the other ideas that I had, which was there are 3 feats from the Planescape campaign setting that trigger when you deal damage. Okay, so these are restricted to the Planescape campaign settings. So your DM may or may not allow them. It also are restricted to they have a prerequisite feat. So kind of expensive from the perspective of feats, but they all trigger when you deal damage to a creature. So this one is Agent of Order. You get to deal extra damage and potentially restrain them, even though you missed and just did Graze damage. So that's some great synergy. By the way, if you restrain them, if you miss and Graze, and then use this and restrain them, now you have advantage on that attack. So maybe you're definitely not going to miss with the next attack, right? Baleful Scion, same thing from Planescape. When you deal damage, it triggers, and this one does less damage, or 1d6 plus your proficiency bonus, so actually it's probably more damage, but it also heals you. So that's a nice, cool effect. And then, so 2 of those from Planescape, and then this one is the Aasimar species ability, which is once on each of your turns, you can deal damage to one target when you deal damage to it with an attack or a spell. So that was an attack. Now, the attack didn't hit, but you dealt damage with the attack, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know if anybody interprets it differently. And you deal extra damage, radiant damage, equal to your proficiency bonus. So not a lot of damage. You can still only do it once per round, or once per turn. Yeah, once on each of your turns. So it's not a lot of damage, but it'll still trigger on Graze. So I don't know if you'd build for this, but nice to have. And it's always good to buff things a little bit. If you have other ideas for how to synergize with Graze, other things that trigger on damage and not on hit, let me know in the comments, and we'll do a 2.0 and catch all the stuff that I missed, since I had to kind of do this one quick and dirty style. But otherwise, awesome. Thanks everybody for your help and your support. It just feels awesome to me. So I'm going to keep going and keep on with my goal of creating a video every day until I don't know when, as long as I can keep it up. So, all right, see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.